This is Meet the Candidate. Today we have John Folstad, and he is running for District 10, and he is the newcomer to challenge the incumbents. So, John, thank you for coming. I really appreciate to have this time. Well, one of the things, could you give us a little of your background and what you've been doing?
Sure. So I've lived in Eau Claire for the last 40 years. I came here for professional reasons, and I fell in love with the community. And I've been in the community now for 40 years. I'm a registered nurse by training, and I've worked at Sacred Heart Hospital for 38 years. And I had just a number of positions at the hospital, ranging from being a staff nurse to multiple leadership roles. And when I retired in 2018 from the hospital, I was the vice president for strategy development and implementation. In addition to that, while I was working at the hospital, I also worked as a deputy medical examiner in Eau Claire County for 24 years. So I was very busy during that time, naturally, but I provided that service for the county from 1991 to 2015 with a group of 4 of us as total, and we shared that time.
Oh, that's a heavy commitment.
Yeah, it was, but it was a good commitment.
So, what made you think about running for county board?
Sure. I always have wanted to continue to see the county do well, continue to see the services and opportunities in the county continue to be there and grow. And I now have the time, because I'm not working full-time, I'm being retired, I have the time that I feel I can commit to it. I think many of the things that I did when I was in my numerous roles, both at the hospital as well as medical examiner, give me some of the qualities that I think will help me as a board member. And those qualities would include, fiscal management, strategic planning, being involved with many of the problems that were coming through the doors. And one of those that we frequently saw that I think really impacts the county is the amount of drug and alcohol abuse that we see in our community, and I think that's something that we need to continue to confront.
So I think that a lot of people have a quasi idea of the complexity of being a county supervisor. In looking at the county, what are 3 things that you feel that you could address that would be helpful now?
Sure.
And things that you feel going forward you'd like to also participate in moving forward?
Sure. I think number 1 is that we need to continue to work on being very fiscally responsible. I know that multiple departments, etc., have had fiscal overruns, and I think we need to explore why that's occurring and what we can do to correct that. Another thing that I really alluded to before, but I think we really need to continue to work on, is drug and alcohol abuse and mental illness. These are areas that are very, very challenging. I think every county has their challenges with it. I feel that both my background in healthcare as a nurse, as well as my responsibilities as a medical examiner, can really help me bring some insight into opportunities to make improvements there. And then thirdly, I am a big believer that we need a very well-trained and equipped law enforcement team, fire, and EMS services. I think people never know what they don't have until they need it. And I think that we need to continue to invest money so that they're very well equipped and very well trained, so that they can continue to provide those services at a very high level in our county.
So in that vein, the number of innovations that have to come forward are going to be kind of huge. Are there things that, as you sat back and looked about going towards this, other than the things that you said, was there any others that you see as things that probably need to be not only dug into, but is there other opportunities that you see that can happen for the county?
Yeah, I think that, we definitely have our concerns with infrastructure in the county, be it roads as an example. I think that, we definitely want good roads. I'm a big believer that we can't borrow money to fix the roads, that we need to look at how that's going to be done on a concurrent basis and paid for. Because, at the end of the time, if you're borrowing money, you're going to have less and less money available to actually impact some of those infrastructure changes. So I think that we need to continue to address the infrastructure of the county and determine the best approach to making certain that it's done well but done fiscally responsibly.
Okay. So this is kind of my opportunity to give you a chance to tell the people why you feel that you are the candidate of choice for District 10 and what sets you above your opponent.
Okay. I'll only speak about what my qualities are, and that is that, I've had extensive opportunity in leadership roles to manage a budget, and we were in a position that we needed to manage to the budget. So, I think I was able to come up with innovative ways to do that, and I'd like to bring some of those skills to the county, as I said, to make it likewise fiscally responsible. I think I have some understanding of law enforcement, the EMS services, fire services, and like I said, I really want to make certain that we continue to have them strong here. I have had a lot of opportunity, especially in the medical examiner role, to interact with all of these agencies, but also when I was working, my primary areas of employment when I was a staff nurse was both in the emergency department and in critical care, and both of these areas saw a lot of the challenges that we have with mental illness, with drug abuse and alcohol abuse, and I really feel that having some of those past experiences can be valuable to the county as we're looking for opportunities to correct and help prevent some of these issues.
Well, John, I want to thank you so much for coming up and doing this. At the same time, I really hope that you have any other experiences that you'd like to share, or you'd like to do things, part of that's why we're here.
Okay.
And last pitch to your constituents.
Yeah, in addition to my work activities, other things that I've done, I was on the board for LifeLink Helicopter. I was on that board for over 10 years. I was the board chair of that board for 3 of the years. And for people that are not familiar with LifeLink, it's a helicopter medical transport system that is a consortium of 10 hospitals that together collaborate to provide helicopter medical transport services both in Minnesota and in Wisconsin, headquartered out of Minnesota, but I was fortunate enough to be one of 10 members of that board. Other activities that I've been involved with was that I have been on the state advisory board for trauma. I was on the regional trauma advisory board at a county and regional level here. And in addition to that, I was also a school board commissioner for the Regis school system for 6 years, and I was on that foundation board for 9 years. So I think I've had a lot of board experience in addition to just my work responsibilities. And in addition to that, I also have a son that has Down syndrome and lives with my wife and I here in Eau Claire. And I think that has given me an opportunity to also see some of the services that are provided in the county, which I, am very complimentary towards. But I think, I would like to continue to make certain those services are available, and when appropriate and if possible, to continue to enhance them.
Well, thank you, John. I so much appreciate this. And as again, let everybody know, it's time, when it comes time to vote, please go out and vote. This is a responsibility that we all hold to do, and I wish you the best of luck.
Well, thank you very much.